All right, so we are together with Alexandre, who has been very recently named as SVP of Engineering for Sonatus. So congratulations, Alexandre.
Thanks a lot.
And so super excited to have you here in, for CES Las Vegas for this special episode. So Alexandre, number one would be, it's been a big year for Sonatus, a lot of great announcements recently. What is the big thing that you have been announcing this year at CES?
I think at CES, for us, it's a big event. It's the major event of the year because we are trying to put everything new at the same time. Many things. First thing, it's new tagline for Sonatus.
Okay.
It's intelligence-driven, software-defined, because we are convinced that both AI and SDV are meeting together and are helping each other to be deployed inside the vehicle.
Okay.
Meaning that we are convinced that AI will be more and more at the edge inside the vehicle. And they need to do that, you need to have some kind of SDV architecture. I'm careful now because there is many flavors of SDV.
Yeah.
And for the SDV, I think the delay in the deployment, most of the time, it's related to the lack of value understanding for the customer.
Yeah.
And when you have AI at the edge, you bring this value for the customer. So that is really the first main topic that we are bringing. The second one, and I'm very, very excited, it's the demo and the showcase around the new Nissan Leaf, the vehicle which is just going on sales in US right now, and will come in Europe the first quarter of 2026. And with the Leaf, we started a project only 6 months ago. We had solutions for data collection inside the vehicle, we call Collector AI, which is very flexible, enabling to access the right data at the right time. And we have a solution of AI technician, which is a knowledge-based artificial intelligence product. And combining both, we are able to reduce the test cycle, let's say the troubleshooting in case of issue, from 2 weeks to 2 days.
Oh, wow.
Because in fact, we are completely transforming the way you can interact with the vehicle.
Okay.
So the vehicle, in some sense, can be driven anywhere in Europe, and the car can be interrogated, for example, from the center in UK, close to Cranfield. And the test engineer, if he discovers an issue on the vehicle, will receive some kind of generic data first, but he can immediately send a request to receive another type of data. And thanks to that, you don't need to have, again, the access to go to the car, to connect your laptop, to interrogate what is happening inside the vehicle. You can do that from anywhere in the world and getting immediately, let's say, in near real time, all this information.
It's like you have a digital twin of the car in the internet, right?
In fact, it's even more than a digital twin. We are contributing, thanks to that, creating the digital twin of the vehicle, but it's also bringing this direct interaction. We are talking together. Let's imagine I am the car, you are the test engineer. You ask me a question, and the car will provide you the data to answer to this question.
I see.
Immediately. An AI technician is coming as a complement to this data collection, because AI technician will have all the information on the diagnostic database, on engineering manuals, and he will propose to the test engineers the first set of understanding what were the issues on the data collected, what are the DCD code, what is the real problem, and it was, in some cases, being able to propose what is the root cause.
Okay.
And what is it? He will explain also what is the reasoning behind his finding, and he's able to say it can be that, but I'm sure it's not that as well, to give the full answer to the test engineer.
So it's not just accessing the data, it's actually having an understanding and intelligence about the data, right?
Exactly.
Wow.
And it helps a lot the test engineers, because otherwise, let's say in a classical way, you get gigabyte, petabyte of data.
Yeah.
You have to search inside this huge amount of data what are the issues. It's a lot of manual interrogation. And thanks to our solution, combining collector AI and AI technician, the test engineer and even the development engineer can really interact, understand what is happening, and try to find a solution.
But are we talking about this during the development cycle of the vehicle, or it can also be this extended to in the life cycle of the vehicle?
That's a great question because, in fact, that's the power of the solution. Today, what we are doing with Nissan is during the development phase,
Okay.
pre-SOP of the vehicle. But we have exactly the same solution for post-SOP. So we not have exactly the same type of interaction because after SOP, you block some information in the ECU of the vehicle. So perhaps some information would be missing. But imagine that now you are driving a car with an issue. You could have the same interactivity between the OEM and the driver in some sense to investigate an issue is appearing on the field and find quicker the resolution because you will have the data and an initial analysis of what is happening immediately.
Yeah, this is really where you see that SDV is no longer a hype, it's no longer a future, right? SDV is today, right?
Today, yes. In fact, we are really in this world where you can access to any type of data inside the vehicle, independently of the domain of the data, because most of the time the data were siloed before. So now you have access to beyond everything inside the vehicle. You have the flexibility for collecting this data and sending them to the cloud. You have now AI, which is entering into the analysis of this data. So yes, it's the fusion of this world, which is really creating something totally different from what we have. So I'm very excited by that because it's really the art of what we are doing at Sonatus.
Yeah.
And I'm really considering that we are the front end of this real digital analysis of the vehicle, because we talked a lot about digital twin, digital transformation, but we are loving it and we can make it available to anyone.
I'd like to come back to the edge question a little bit because I had an interesting conversation yesterday with somebody from Cerence, the VP of Cerence, about it was saying, you know, we used to have edge as a second thought and really everything in the cloud first. And he said our approach is rather to change and really to be edge first and then cloud second, so that because we have been able to really improve on what we can offer on edge. So what is Sonatus' vision in this?
We have the same type of vision. So perhaps I'm not so sure that we can start by edge because you need to learn and to train the model.
Yeah.
So for sure, in that case, you need perhaps more power, which is available in the cloud. But the target should not be to stay in the cloud.
Yeah.
The target should be to optimize your model, to make it adapted to your vehicle, and to run it at the edge. You know that we were talking about AI directors that we introduced in Munich. It is really the purpose for us is to enable all the actors of the value chain, so obviously the OEM, to put in place inside the vehicle a platform to run any type of models, to manage them, to be sure that they are not conflicting, properly connected to the data of the vehicle, on also the output of the model, avoiding also this integration cost, which is high if you want to have many models inside your vehicle. And this orchestration will create for the customer at the end a car which is much more responsive, much more personal than what we can achieve. And the edge advantage, you can make very fast decision making.
Yeah.
Because the model is running with the data and there is no way to go to the cloud. You don't have any problem of RGPD as well, because the data stay inside the vehicle, so no sharing with anyone, and you don't need connectivity.
Yeah.
It's always available for the performance. We are great believers that we need to target edge AI.
Yeah.
It will be really something that also brings value for the customer and will help to develop a new type of vehicle, much more intimate with you.
And what is the enabler of Edge AI? Is it just a question of what is the size of the memory and the quality of the chip that you have on board, or is it also kind of a mindset thing?
I think it's, so you're right. There's obviously technology.
Yep.
You need to have the computing resources, but we are demonstrating here at CES with our partner NXP on their S32G, which is a good solution, but not the massive GPU and costly SoC. We are also demonstrating on Renesas S4, which is almost equivalent. So
Okay.
Can be multi-platform.
Mm-hmm.
You need memory, but not so much, because at the end you can also constrain the usage of the model at the edge for the period of the time and the situation which is adequate.
Okay.
Because you don't need to have all models at the same time.
I see.
Because there are some models that could be active when you are at low speed inside the city, and some other models that could be active when you are more on the highway side.
Mm-hmm.
And for sure, you can deactivate one and put the priority on the other one.
Okay.
And the mindset for me, you're right. It's. I'm not sure that today people are fully aware of it is available now in some sense. AI seems a big burden. People were thinking that they need to have very expensive GPU type SoC to make it run, but it's no more the case. And I think it should be feasible now to have this AI model running and providing something different for the customer.
Yeah, because indeed today when you think about AI, you think about this massive, data centers and stuff like this. But this is not what we are saying, right?
No. Yeah. In Munich we are showing, for example, ComPredict, which is replacing a physical sensor by a virtual one. Mm-hmm. So I would say it's a small model. Here we are more showing the model from Michelin for the tire wear, tire load also, which are contributing to the safety and also helping the customer to take the best use of their tires, mm-hmm. Prolonging their life in some sense. So all that are very small model. It's not big machine learning model where you need LLM to make it run. Yeah. So it's something that will help without requiring using, let's say, existing resources inside the vehicle.
Very good. And so to close this conversation, Alexandre, we have seen for years the case story, and then we have seen the SDV, and then AI, and then agentic AI. So from what you have seen, what you had, the conversations that you had with, since CES started, what is your big takeaway from this event?
So for us, it's a great show.
Yeah.
I think we had many people. We see obviously that software companies are more and more present.
Yep.
We can regret that there is less OEMs than in the past.
Yeah.
We still have now, we are close to Brunswick, which is making boats. Mm-hmm. We are very close from Caterpillar and also John Deere. And we are just in front of Hyundai. Yeah. But what is unique in Hyundai, and I think it's perhaps the trend I see this year at the CES, is all the robots, humanoid robots. And they are displaying a small factory, and you see at all the, let's say, at which place in the manufacturing cycle you can use humanoid robots or let's say manufacturing robots. But I think we see a lot of industrial purpose robots appearing, and this is for me the takeaway of this year. But I've not been everywhere in the show. Yeah. And I don't have the full picture.
All right. Thank you so much, Alexandre. Congratulations again for your nomination, and thank you for having us.